Who'd you talk to so far? Who's bored you?
Paris?
Oh, God.
Terrible interview. Go, next one. Let's start the real one.
What's in store for your characters next season?
Good.
I can't say anything. I wish I could. He can say a lot more than me. I'm in the throes of it, and it is the craziest stuff I've ever
I was ready
done.
to go.
Too bad.
Yeah, I was ready to go.
Too bad. Yeah,
Rented
it's-
the Harley and everything.
Oh, it's been crazy. The whole
We're
thing's been crazy.
shooting episode 6.
Are we? Yeah, we are.
Some of us are.
Oh, is that a little secret given us?
I was just looking
That's
at
a
my
very big question.
See if I had my tattoo still on. I guess I might still be filming.
That's a question. Get it
It's all
together. Get it together. We're gonna do this interview. You know, it's listen, it's the last season. Kurt is off the leash. As he used to say, Tig is off the leash. Kurt
Kurt's
is off the
completely
leash.
now.
Because he can do what he wants when he wants. The show's ending. And it's fascinating to watch.
So what's it like for you guys that building into this franchise? Are you basically waiting for the call, or waiting to be called in, to be told that it's your time now, or it's somebody's time now?
I don't think so. I mean, Kurt was always very generous with his leads in the past and letting them know before the season started, you're going to go this year. You're going to die this year. He was always very, very loyal to all the leads and gave us a heads up. This year he doesn't have to do that. This is the final season. This is it. So it doesn't matter one way or the other if all of us are dead, none of us are dead, some of us are dead, because this is the last season. And it hasn't really, as Theo and I have been saying, it hasn't really hit us yet because we have no fucking time to think about it. We are flying by the seat of our pants, especially him. It is one nightmare scenario, especially for him. And I can't tell you anything what's going on, but we have no time to be reflective right now. Our fans are losing this shit. They're going, no, you can't be leaving. You can't. We are leaving, and it is going to be sad. But we won't feel it until it's absolutely over.
And the truth is, you know, you remember like when our boy, you know, Barack was running, it said hope under his thing. It's like I have hope and I have faith in Kurt. Whatever he says and does is right. I don't, you know, we've been on this journey, we've gotten this far, we're all sitting here because of what he's written. So it's like we're in the final season and he's known what's going to go down from day one. So it's like we're just enjoying the ride.
But to add to that, he has gotten off the path. He has. I'm not sure he really planned on killing Opie in season 5, but that's the way it needed to go down. I'm not sure he really planned on certain things, but that's the way it needed to go down. And this...
If you would have asked me season 1,
So
2008, when we did the pilot,
So fucked up.
right?
Really is.
You would have told me Tara's not going to be on the show when it ends.
We would have called you crazy.
I would have said you're
I
not.
would have taken that bet in
And then if
Vegas.
you would have told me that Ron Perlman, Clay wasn't going to be, I'd say you're really out of your mind and you need to go take something like lithium or something because you're out of your mind, right? And then to see if you told me after he killed Donna in season 1 that he'd still be
have I
around.
had? 9 at least.
And then if you told me I was still going to be around, it's like, you know, you just don't know. So what I tell people now is stop trying to guess. Because just enjoy it. It's the last season. Everybody wants to know and they want to do this and they want to do that. And it's like, it's just nothing like we've ever done. And I think it's from Jump Street, it's really exciting.
Would you prefer for your characters to go out in the blaze of glory or survive the ride?
Oh man, that's a great
Or survive the
question.
what?
Or survive.
the ride.
Burn out or fade away.
I've always said I wouldn't mind shutting out the clubhouse lights with my nose, with my dog in one hand and a cigarette in the other. I'd be happy with that. At the same time, if someone's going to ask me to protect one of the club members from something and I go down in a hail of bullets, that's fine too. I'm really at peace with this entire process. I
mean, you look at someone like Opie, right? Who I believe had one of the most heroic deaths on television. Because there's a lot of characters that get killed off television shows and you go, but his was, I'm going to protect my best friend that I've known my whole life. And I got this, you know, the famous line, and he goes in and no one saw it coming. And it's epic. It's epic. So, yeah, everybody, you know, that's epic stuff. If you're standing at the end, great too, right? You know, just in case there's a movie down the line. You never know. I mean, but if not...
Is there? Have you heard something?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying. You know, but if it's like, you know, if not, that's pretty epic, the Opie thing. I mean, I love that.
What was the scene that you read that was barring this season that it was like, oh shit, I just can't believe that?
I think that's for me when I read the last scene of 13 last year. I didn't, it's not even that it did happen, because we had heard that it was going to. It was also the way it happened, how it all went down with Roosevelt and the fork, and I couldn't believe it. And being there and physically watching it for 2 days while we were filming it was like, wow, this is pretty brutal, and it was awesome. I mean, in a cool way, in an artistic way, it was awesome because.
And you have to understand too that us as actors, character actors on this show, like for the death of my daughter, the boys weren't there for me to do that over that 2-night period, right? So when we see it on the big screen, it's mesmerizing. When he tries to hang himself, we weren't there but to see it, it's unbelievable. That final scene that he's just talking about last season, there's not a dry eye in the house. I don't care who the fuck you are. That was the most riveting, sad, horrific, shocking ending to the season.
Man? I mean,
forget about it. And the way it ended in the Reaper coming up with Jack's crying, forget about it. So we're at the top of the mountain with a lot of pain right now in this show, but it's going to be something the fans and us will never forget.
But I think, and I think that's a big thing. You have to understand, we're such huge fans of each other, like through the entire process. It starts with the second we read a script because we're such huge fans of his writing. So we read it like fans, right? And then we're such huge fans of each other's work. So I'm reading stuff and I'm going, huh, that's such an awesome scene for Tig. I can't wait to see how that goes. And then we get to see it like fans, like when it comes on. And I'm like, oh man, that was exactly the way, or that was totally different. That was amazing. So I know there's a lot of shows that they, personally don't necessarily give a shit about each other, or really maybe possibly even give a shit about the material they're doing. They're just phoning it in and doing their thing. And we're like the polar opposite. You know what I mean? We love going to work. We stay late. We come early. We watch each other work. We just love the whole process. And that, I believe, is why everybody likes the show so much, because it resonates through the screen that we actually enjoy being with each other and we appreciate each other.
Questions?
I was going to say, after the show, what's your guys' plan as a family?
Bosom Buddies we're doing together.
Yeah, Bosom Buddies 28.
Hanks, it's a new generation.
Tommy, Boone, Perlman.
Yep.
Maggie's going to do a guest star.
And you guys are going to still continue with what you're doing?
It's an exciting time for all of us. Theo and I have been talking about cable television. My love, personally, I didn't know cable that well. I don't know television that well, to be perfectly honest with you. I've just done so many movies, I've done so many films, and my love now for cable television and the writing and the characters is off the charts. So even though we can't get specific, really, but it's going to be his time and my time and all these guys' time when this is over.
There's a lot of stuff going on now.
There's so much going on now.
And once it all finishes up, it'll be. But right now, our main focus and our only focus is this entire amazing family that we built, this love we have for each other, and just watching this whole thing unfold. We're as excited as you guys are to actually see. I can't wait for September 9th because it starts. And when it starts, it doesn't stop. Even when it ends, it ain't going to stop.
So I asked this question to Paris. How are you guys going to watch the final episode?
Him and I did something really cool last year. We had like 500 fans in Vegas, and we watched it in a ballroom with 500 fans.
Like
it was
a day early too. It was like a day early.
Yeah, it was like the first time we'd seen it and they'd seen it. We all seen it together. And that was really cool.
It was really cool, and of course, you guys know how big his charities and my charities are. So we're working on something, him and me, for the final show, to raise a lot of money for some very special charities, and we might get like 500 people together and just raise a ton of cash for some incredible charities to watch it final. So we'll see.
Make one thing benefit the other. That's our plans. But we'll be doing something together, and we're really excited about it.
Go ahead, Sam.
If you could share one more scene with a deceased character for the final season, who would it be?
Can I go first? May I?
Yeah.
Ron Perlman. Without a doubt, and I'm telling you, without a doubt, I'm Sutter as his biggest fan.
Clay, not Ron Perlman. He means Clay.
I mean Clay.
Ron, he doesn't want to do anything.
I never want to work with Ron again, but Clay, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. I really do think Kurt moves forward so fast, so brilliantly, fast forward. I missed the scene with him. I missed the last little comeuppance with Clay and Tig. I did, and I always will. So that's my only regret. I wish that Clay and Tig would have had one more punch it out, one more talk it out, one more something. I'll always miss that.
I've killed so many people. There's certain ones I'd
you
like
have.
to talk about.
What the hell is happening? What's
I've
wrong
killed
with
so
you?
many people.
I was that guy. Now you're that guy, and I'm
I
you
took
now.
over,
What
so,
the fuck is happening?
The role reversal. Yeah, I think I'm going to just piggyback his answer because I think Juice always saw Clay as a father figure, and the fact that, you know, Jax put him in that position to set him up. I think there was never a time for an explanation, just kind of a look before when he went. And I think that that's something, there was that little hug, there was that little thing right before he went down. And I think I would have liked to, between characters, that Juice and Clay thing had a conversation to explain kind of where and the position I was in. So, yeah.
All right, you guys.
All right, guys.